that question thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And personally, I can tell you, I ask it so often, I get tongue-tied. I mean, sometimes I'll make a statement, I say, did I say that? But that's what it takes. You've all heard the term, press the flesh. Look the voter in the eye, ask them to vote for you. Excuse me, I forgot to do one thing. Are you a registered voter of Virginia Beach?
Yes, I am.
I'm John Atkins, and I want you to vote for me. These things are personality driven. A shrinking violet has difficulty walking up to a stranger to do it. All shrinking violets, after they've done it 100 times, they no longer are a shrinking violet. Yeah. The chairman of the school board told me I changed his personality. He's an accountant by trade, retired Navy captain. We ran our campaigns in McDonald's on Independence Boulevard. Every morning, that's where we had our campaign meetings. And I made him and the other group that I was managing at that time walk up to total strangers at McDonald's and ask them to vote for him. And I mean, when they started out, they goes, "Ooh, and today, I think if you said he's the most personal individual, he can walk up and talk to you, say a prayer. He's been successful because he became chairman, and he's provided leadership to that organization that has not been surpassed since. That's what you're looking for. Yes?
Last question.
John, I probably shouldn't. People that still have petitions that have not been turned in,
Yeah.
who or where should they take them?
If they
Because I know several people have them and they haven't got them.
I think some of your group has still got a few. If they've got them and they want to get them, if they can get them notarized, if they'll turn them into Atkinson Realty on 54th Street, that's close to your location.
Right, I got you.
I can assure you I can figure how to get them from there.
Good.
I have nothing to do with Atkinson Realty,
I know.
other than I was the father of 3 owners.
Your name sort of touched it.
Well, yeah, well, that's my father's name. Any questions? Okay. Thank you. Got a clipboard, any others? More? Thank you. All right.
Just to let you know too, that we do post the meetings on YouTube, and this will be posted. John's speaking the last time was posted, and these will also be posted. Want to recognize, we have someone, representative from Randy Forbes' campaign that wanted to speak for a few minutes.
Curtis.
Curtis,
I mean, I'll say hi, but I think Robert was going to say something. Or John, whoever.
Well, you ought to at least introduce yourself.
Yeah, but let me allow, many of you know me, I'm Curtis Bird, and I'm part of Randy Forbes' staff organization. And as you know, Randy, through the reasons of 2 judges at the federal district court and the redistricting and the redrawing of the congressional lines, is now running for Congressman Ridgell's open seat. As you know, he's retiring and not running for re-election. So Randy Forbes, who has served the Commonwealth of Virginia, the 4th Congressional District, for the last 15 years, is still in the fight, wants to remain in the fight because it's important to the country, important to this region, because of the military, the defense. Is going to come out of a different corner of the ring, so to speak. He's going to, run for the 2nd Congressional District. So we'd love to have you be a part of that. Either Robert, John, somebody. I'm going to let you come because you guys aren't paid by Randy, to say what you say. But I know you're supporting him because you believe in what he's doing. Love to get you to sign up for emails so we can let you know what's going on and how you can get involved. So I'm gonna pass that around before I take off because I've got an 11:30 meeting I need to get to. But if you want to sign up, please do, and we'll follow up with you and see how we can get you involved. So, Robert, John, anybody?
Yeah, John and I both discussed this. I had a private one-on-one meeting with Randy. It's quite extensive. It was very probing, as John and I are accustomed to doing with elected officials. And we said it's a whole new ball game when you come from Chesapeake over to Virginia Beach. and I think they understand our demands that we're going to have on them. Open, and transparent town hall meetings where it's not structured, that we get to ask questions and we demand the answers to our questions. So that said, after all that discussion, I looked at the other candidates and I couldn't bring myself to support anyone but Randy in this race, especially when he's so senior in the Joint Service Armed Forces Committee, and he's probably in line for the next chairmanship, which controls all the money and everything for this whole region, so, and all the military. So that was a compelling reason for me to support him. I checked our state bylaws as I'm chairman of the Tidewater Libertarian Party. We do not have a Libertarian candidate, so I was able to come out and actually in public support it. And then John and I discussed it, and John also, and I'm going to just, it's up to you, John.
We're getting ready to leave 3 things, 3 votes. He didn't vote for TARP bailout, number 1. He didn't vote for sequestration, that whole process, that budget agreement, because he knew what deleterious effects that would have on our armed forces. So he wasn't willing, for the purpose to appease and get an answer, he was willing to take the heat for saying no for the right thing, and he didn't vote for the bipartisan budget agreement when all the pressure was to go along, to get along. He stood his ground and said, this isn't bad for Hampton Roads, and that wasn't his purpose. It was bad for funding the defense of our country. And other people, to get out of town, to take the issue off the table, refused to go back home and have to explain why they voted no. That's the kind of principled person you want in Congress, even when they vote against you, because then you know they have a real reason, and it's not the party they're playing to, it's their convictions. And I can think of no better reason to vote for Randy Forbes than those 3 votes.
Well, what about TPP? Did you vote for that?
I don't think that vote has even come up yet.
Oh,
I can't speak to his positions, I can only tell you
Why did
why
not?
I'm for it.
He's always saying.
And John, that, the latest one, the 1.2 trillion, what was that?
The omnibus.
The omnibus
That's the
budget.
bipartisan